welcome to MD Model Works in association with Alclad 2. Now, here we have the brand new tooling of the Revell FA Fighter Attack A-18 Super Hornet. Now, this has been waiting for quite a while now. It's one of the aircraft that I actually like, the newer aircraft. I mean, I'm more Cold War, earlier Cold War and Second World War, but the Hornet always has been one of my favourites for many years. So the first thing I will say is I generally do all my inboxes where I haven't opened the box, bags, or anything. This is the second take, as some idiot forgot to put the card in, the memory card, so we're starting to scratch yet again. So I have been through this. I have seen a few things that I like, things that I don't like, but we'll be a little bit, I could be a little bit heavier on this. But we're having a look around the box. It's all the basics, nothing on the bottom. It gives you a few shots on the side. It's too big for me at the moment to move around. The box itself is the size of an A2 cutting mat, so that gives you an idea on the size that we've got. Your kit number for this is 04994. It's Revell Germany, so we know it should be fairly good. But anyway, I'm going to put this away again on the floor. It's such a big box. Open the box, she is tight. The instruction manual. Okay, so we'll bring you in just a little bit so you can see everything, but make sure I get it right myself. Okay, right, so usual thing, nice picture of the actual built model in the Vampires, which I will be building because that looks astonishing, to be honest. Love the look of that. Looks great. We've got 2019 on here as well, which is great. Anyway, straight in, and we have all the do's and don'ts, including pegs, which is a new one on me. Telling you, it's basically your index of what things need to be done. Anyway, again, same on there, and then we have the Revell colour codes. I won't worry about those. That'll be something completely different because you have your double mixtures. I don't do that. Then we come straight into our sprue callouts. So we've got flaps, we've got our clip arts, the arrestor hook, top of the canopy, or just behind the canopy. Then we've got the sprues all lined up. Pity they're all in one page, so it's a bit difficult to find the part you're looking for, but hey ho, they're there and they're good. Right, so the first thing that jumped out at me when I did this originally was, and I'll bring you a little bit more, remove flash. That's scary. Why would you want to remove flash on a brand spanking new kit? Bit of a shame. And it's all over the place. Remove flash, remove flash, remove flash. Fair enough. Anyway, well, so straight in with the intakes, the intake fans, straight in to the trunking. You've got your exhausts going on. Again, remove flash onto the afterburner rings. We have a part to go in which you don't glue. The reason will become apparent later on. So we come in again, and then it wants you to sand stuff down by 0.5 millimeter and cut a hole 2 millimeters. Why? This is a brand new kit. Why would you do that? Straight on to more trunking, which are all both in one piece, which is very good. For seamless intakes, we'll have to see what we can do. It's telling me to use tape. Never use tape on a kit. Drilling holes, which is fair enough. We'll do all that. And then we have these parts. Again, drilling holes into these small parts could be difficult. Well, we'll see them in a little while. We won't go any more deeper into that. You've got the superstructure going on for the undercarriage area, undercarriage bays, which is fantastic, believe me. It looks really, really good. Again, cutting parts off. They must be doing different versions of this, the A, C, D, whatever, perhaps the F even. And going through, building all the undercarriage up. The bays all go together, looking fairly good. Bottom of the actual kit itself looking good. More tape. Again, not interested in that. Then we've got our exhaust section going in the front, ready to make up our exhaust nozzles. It's asking me to fill that hole. When I first read it, I thought, fill? I don't want to fill anything, but we could do that. That's not an issue along there. Bit of Vallejo acrylic putty, fantastic. Wipe it away, job done. Not an issue. Same on the right section. So then we have the side plates going on. This builds a little bit like a Zucamori kit by the looks of it. So all side plates going on. Tape again. Same on the other section. All little pieces showing you exactly where things fit, which is fine and good. Back to underneath. Little parts going on. You've got your front of the, or the bottom of the intake nozzles going on. You've got your finders, your bomb, your GPS finders at the bottom. So you have the choice of open or closed exhausts going in, drilling holes out for the other pieces. Hello Dudley. We've got our lower wing section going on, and again peg being used. Same on the other side, cutting pieces out as it's required, so keep an eye on the instruction manual at all times. We're doing a late version or an early version, choice is yours. I'll probably do a late version. The top of the fuselage going on. Again, the peg symbol, sorry that does get me. 3, that's even telling you how many pegs to use, which is okay, fair enough. Right, then we come on to the tub. Now there are many parts of this tub. I did look at, when I looked at this earlier, I was a bit surprised how many parts we used, but there you go. Detail's pretty good. Right, here we go. Instrument panel coming down, looking good. Joystick or control stick going on. A little bit of detail in the top of the cockpit tub. That joins onto the lower part of the fuselage. Instrument panel, excuse me, looking pretty good. And then we come on to the ejection seat, which there are 8 pieces to the ejection seat, which is, or 9, including the little small front injection part. Pretty good, no worries about that. Asking you to drill more holes. Front combing going on across the instrument panel, seat going in. The actual tub itself going into the front nose section. Nose on. And then the whole nose section sliding in underneath, going into the fuselage. Lots of different pictures are showing you how to line it up. Brilliant. More top coating going on for the rear, and then we come to the tails, which again, remove flash. That's worrying. We'll have a look at the kit again in a minute. We'll have a look at this flash. If it's bad, it's bad. So we're going through. Well, it's not good for the company anyway. Going through, clear parts going on. Obviously we put them on last after we've built the model and sprayed her. Parts going on, recognition lights going on the side of the fins. The rear tails giving you the degrees of angle. So we've got 20 degrees lateral and 73 degrees upper. Fine, don't mind that. More filler. Why? Just why? Then we come onto the hook, 4 pieces. Again, if this had been one of the bigger companies, I say bigger, Revell's huge, but if this had been one of the more how can I put it, delicate companies, i.e. Zucamori, Tamiya, GWH, AMK, these probably would have been slide moulded without all the hassle. These all need cleaning up. Then we come onto the front gear. So all the front gear going together, again very very detailed. 2 wheels to make, which is absolutely fine by me. 2-part wheels, and collect 3 parts. We've got a little piece to go on the edge. You've actually got a nut to go on now, which is quite a nice little piece. Actuators going on for the doors, undercarriage going in. Again, you've got to cut the door sections so that you can have them open or closed. Don't agree with that. Again, Tamaya and the other guys would have done this separately. Going through again, asking you to peg building up the rear undercarriage with pegs, fine. Why tell a model of that? We know that. Lower undercarriage going together. This is quite a good piece of work, you know, a good piece of plastic. It will go together nicely, hopefully. It is quite a different angle for the carrier landings. We've got 4-part wheels on the rear. Again, they should turn. That's the hope. The actuators going in. Undercarriage going in. Both sides. All these 4, 5, 6, 8 pictures are for exactly the same thing. Wheels going on. And again, cutting the doors out. It's just beyond me that a company in this day and age has to do that. But hey ho. It's all part of modelling. Now, the big thing on this kit for me is the folded wing section. Now, I'm not into folded wings. I think they make them look silly. If you've got the room to have them open, you have them open. But these, you can have them so they move. So you can have your 90-degree angle for the wings, or the outer parts of the wings, up, which is fantastic. That's a good mark for Revell. Okay, so that's all going in. The parts all going together. This is all about the outer wing section. Absolutely fine. You've got the parts to cover them up. Brilliant. Love it. Front slats going on, up or down. Again, it shows you in different sections. I mean, we're now up to number 90 on the instruction manual. There's only 246 parts in this piece. Now, we're already up to 90. Let's see how far we go. Anyway, flaps all being put on. You can have them up and down again. It's all about the same sections. You've got more front slats to go on. Slats up or down. That's a nice touch, but there's just too much information here. We only need to be shown one side before we need to do that. You've got the actuators for the flaps going on, or the flapperons, whatever you'd like to call them. Again, here and there. And then we get on the engines. You've got an open engine, or the nozzle, rear nozzles with decals inside them. All good. They're all going on. Like I said, you can have open or closed. And we've got the end plates going on for the early and late types. Then we've got our weapons call out, looking really good. And then we have our pylons for the weapons, all have to be made up if you need to do that. I do like to build my aircraft clean, but I'm going to bomb these up, make this look the business. Telling you all about the different weapons that are going on, the drop tanks, the AIM-9Ms, and so on. We've got A-9X's going on, which is the newer version. AIM-120Cs going on. GBU-12s to go in. Yeah, I'm going to have a go at them, aren't I? Definitely. Going through again, GB31s, GBU-38s. You can go as far as you like. Flare pods going on. Again, great. Look what we got here. Build into the canopy. Putting all the canopy on. Obviously we use this as a mask to begin with, then we build up inside. So canopy going in, front canopy going on. Other parts to clean up for the gun. You've even got a ladder in it. Press for that bit, that's not a bad thing. So we've got the ladder going on, all your aerials, your pitot tubes and everything else going together. Then you've got your rear tail planes going on. Looking good, and there's your finished model. Now if it works out and mine looks as good as that picture, I'll be quite happy. And then we come on to our decals. Now, this, I'm going to bring this down here so you can see it just that little bit better and bring you in. There you go. Just to make sure it sorts itself. Vampires. This has got to be done. I mean, look at the colouring on that. She's beauty. This is going to be the one that I build, no matter what happens. So, looks really, really good. And then we come on to the next one, which is more vampires on the underneath. Again, very, very nice. And then we've got our low vis version, which is the gunslingers. I actually like this, but when you've got decals like that, like we have on the vampires, we know which one we're going to go for. It's going to stand out in the crowd. Okay, so low vis again, low vis for the underside. Then we've got our weapons. Let's take you out. Weapons, all the painting for your weapons, great. I love this. This is the best part, or one of the best parts for me. They give you really good coloration for your weapons, which, to be honest, I'm not a weapon person, but I do like to see it like that. It's fantastic. GBU 12s, GBU 31s, GBU 38s, all your colouring, brilliant. Well, that's that. And that's nearly 20 minutes just to go through the instructions. So please excuse me, this will be a long video. Right, so next thing, the decals. So I'll take you out a little bit because this is another large sheet. And we'll just get you right. Lovely. Right, now let's have a look at these. Printed in Italy. Probably cartograph. I haven't seen anything on the box. I haven't seen anything on the instructions. This is the second time I've been through it and I still haven't seen them. I've got all your stencil markers on this area here, or most of that area there. Really, really good. Very impressed with those. They're all readable with a magnet, with a magnifying glass, but looking good. The register on these reds and blues, absolutely gorgeous. I do like it. You can't, I don't know, I think the camera will pick these up, but if I bring you right in and take it up a little bit, you can, I don't know if you'll see the white areas on there, they just look perfect. So that will look really, really good when it's done. Take you back out gently. Okay, so decals look really, really nice. I do like the gunslingers as well, but I think the vampire's going to win, just to, because it's grey. It's a grey block. Let's have it some prettiness into it. Okay, right. First section, first sprue. Now I'm going to take you out again, because this is huge. That's an A2 cutting mat, so you can see how big the sprues are. Now, put these to one side. The bags, I'll go back in the bags when I've done. Firstly, the sprue is warped. It would be warped because of the size of these two parts. Now, we're having a look right the way through. The flash is there along the intake fans. Clean it up, won't be too bad. This is Revell. at the end of the day, this is a £55 kit. It's not a £140 kit from Tamiya. So perhaps I'm being overcritical, but again, it is a new tool. So we've got some nice detail in the rear exhausts. You got 2-part tunnels which are joined halfway through, and although they have a really large join, we'll have to see how that goes and make sure we get those nice and seamless. Okay, right. Nice detail, sharp detail. Oxygen boxes, bottles all on and look good. Plenty of detail in everything. Detail is standing out. But the one thing to me that is standing out quite badly, and I'm going to bring this in and focus it in. Come on, focus, there you go. Can you see this? There's your flash. It's a new kit, Revell, what are you doing? Looking through the rest of the parts, very nice. There's some beautiful riveting detail all through the system. Very, very nicely done. But it's the usual thing. Ooh, hang on, I'll take it out. I forgot this. Look. That's not healthy. There you go. Bear with me. Get this out. We have another part here with multiple sprues in this bag. I must admit, Revell have done a job and they have bagged this up all separately. There's the rear of the cockpit. Very nicely done. Yeah, a bit of clean up. I'll put up with that. Don't mind that. We did it on every kit. But that's okay. Lovely riveting. Mismold there, which is a shame on both sides. But hey ho, as I said, it's not an expensive kit, so the riveting on these slats and flaps looks absolutely exquisite. Everything there is looking good. Very nicely done. Different parts, flare pods and all sorts of things on there. Wide ejector pin marks, so they'll probably need to be put down, filed down to make sure they're good. Now, you've got your front combing in 2 parts, again not too bad, but we have there's 2 here, M and L, but there is another part in the kit. Again, very heavily flashed, very little detail, but then I guess there would be on one of these. Your arrestor hook, not too bad, something we can go through. Again, flash everywhere. I even got a fly on that one. It's not too bad. And I thought, oh, I've done that. No, don't be silly. Right, we have the lower fuselage. Now, detail wise, I'm just going to hope you can see some of that under the lights there, like that. Looking really, really good. It's going to be difficult to take a wash because they're very, very fine. Paint, be careful with your paint because it's going to cover these up. But all the detail work is nice. You've got some stress marks, but they will disappear on the paint. Again, on the wings, this will happen. Although that is slightly raised. There we go, underneath the same. So that's an issue. But we'll sort that out as we go. Right. So we've got a smaller sprue here, but with the important parts. There you go, zip that end. Again, zip that out. So we have the lower fuselage. Again, I quite like the detail. Let's bring you in, as if you can see it. Looks very, very nice. Looking really, really good. Try to get the light to show the detail work on there. Very, very nice. Ailerons looking good. Lots of detail in the wheel wells. And the cover plates, again, just to show you the, if it just does it, come on. Yeah, get it down there you go. Let's try and get the light on them, there you go. Looking really, really nice, lots of detail, very soft though. Good shine. And again, the nose section, which is huge. In Norfolk it's huge. Again, lovely detail work involved here, as you can see there. They are fine, the panel lines are very fine. It could be difficult to take a wash. I think I'll use an enamel wash rather than a clay wash, because that might rub out of there. Again, looking very, very nice. Another large sprue. Two sprues there. Okay, we have the upper fuselage, obviously the more important part. Now I'll take it out, just that little hair. Again, detail on this very, very fine. It does look super, to be honest. Some rough work on here, but this isn't going to be a metal finish, it don't matter. Parts of the wings looking really nice. Now, very little flash on this part. Very, very good. Now it says 2017 on here, on the inside. So they've been working on this a while now. So that's very, very nice. Again. And then we have the upper wings, the undercarriage bays, sorry, the undercarriage doors. This will give you some idea. I mean, that's my hand. I've got big hands. That's my hand underneath there. That's the size of a tail. I mean, my hand is what? 7 inches long. So I presume, I would say that's about 4.5 inches tall. It's going to be a big old bird. More front combing, more instrument panels. Sorry, front combing is there. Instrument panel and tub, all here. More pipe work going in. Your nose section in one piece. Give you your dues. That's good. Tails, rear tail planes, pretty good. Undercarriage. You're gonna need some clean up because they've all got to be glued. They're all split in two. But still absolutely fine. Things we can work with. We come on to wheels, drop tanks, exhausts. The afterburner ring is, or the afterburner parts are absolutely awful with flash. Front wheels okay, back wheels okay, undercarriage itself was okay. There's your seat, pretty good. I recommend the resin one. Your system for your folding outer wings looking pretty good. Let's see how it works when we build it. You have got seat belts put into the back area. Paint those up if you want. Personally, I think it needs a resin seat. Looking at this, it is basic. Missiles and drop tanks, all solid as a rock. No flash, looking fairly good. Some of your pylons, again, looking fairly good. 2 sections of those, so we won't go through the next one. Some of our bombs, let's bring you in. Some of the bomb section there. very, very detailed and looking really good. I am going to do this loaded, fully loaded. I generally don't. This one I think I will. Again, looking very, very nice. Okay, we've got one more section there, which is a copy of the other. And then, now, noticed this earlier when I cleaned it up. This was all in one bag, which is terrible. In my opinion, this part should have been in one piece. Usual trick. I don't know if you'll be able to see that somehow if I put my hand. It's very, very clear. Let's not get that wrong. Perfectly clear. See through it and get the wobble challenge, and you can see no wobble. She's lovely. But there is a centre seam that goes across, which is no issues with the Alclad 2 seam. Canopy seam remover canopy seam remover set, which I will be taking down because this will need an aqua gloss because it's had rub, because it was literally in that bag, but it was upside down, so it wasn't that impressive. And then we come on to the rest of the clear parts. Now we even have a mould line up the centre of our section here, our front nose section. Fine, we can clean it up, but in a tooling from 2019, come on Revell, get it sorted. Let's have some slip mould stuff. It's just not right. But we have ends of our GBUs, head up panels, head up displays, different bits and bobs on there. But there you are. Right. To sum it up, it is a 1/32 kit for £55, or sorry, £66. Now, the issues that I have is it's a brand new mould. It's not like the FGR2 Phantom that we just had a couple of weeks ago or a week ago. Understandably there's flash on that. They are old moulds. I did find some trouble when I built it. It is built, it's just got to be painted. I was a bit disappointed with a lot of the loss of panel lines and different bits and pieces that are missing on the mould and had to be rescribed, which I've done. This is a brand new kit. Why has it got flash on a brand new kit? I don't, how can I put it? It's just disappointing in that respect. But again, as I say, it is £60, £66, brand new. Hornets have them in stock now. They'll be in stock throughout the country on your favourite internet sites now that Hornets have got them. Personally, it's worthwhile buying. It's a big bird and worthwhile having. So there you go, that's my opinion.